You know, there's an old poem that goes, when the wind is blowing in the east, 'tis not fit for man nor beast.
Yeah, and that is exactly what happened when a blizzard hit Delmarva 2 weeks ago. During that storm, a kind man found a helpless beast alongside a road in Frederica.
Take a look at Marvin. Not only was Marvin out in the blizzard, but as you can tell, Marvin was starving. Marvin was barely able to move. He was taken to the Brandywine Valley SPCA for immediate care. This picture was taken 2 weeks ago. Now take a look at Marvin today. Marvin joins us along with his foster mom, an SPCA volunteer. This is Cheryl Crow. This is Chief Mark Tobin with Delaware Animal Services. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you so much for having us.
By and bringing Marvin.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's wonderful.
What a guy. Now, he has come a very long way.
Indeed, he has.
Tell me about when he was found.
So Marvin was found, I believe it was the morning of the bomb cyclone.
Right.
And he was found by a kind soul. He was, from what we understand, just hanging out alongside the road. And that particular person called the Brandywine Valley SPCA, whose officers came to pick him up and take him in for care.
Wow. And he is also being taken care of by Grassroots Rescue. What is that? Yes.
So the shelters partner with some local rescues. It obviously eases the burden both with care, comfort, supplies, and funds. Grassroots Rescue took in Marvin. We take in animals just to get them out of that shelter environment and open them up to a network of fosters.
Right.
And so Grassroots Rescue will be responsible for his adoption and placing him once he's ready for adoption.
So you're using Marvin as an outreach?
Absolutely. He's our spokesdog.
And he spokes every now and then.
Yes,
he does like to speak.
And Mark, this is something that unfortunately happens often.
Well, you know, when you look at stray dogs are all over the state.
Yeah.
They're taken in. We have a now statewide website where we would post these animals so that if you lost it, you can go to One Stop Shop and find your animal. Unfortunately, you're probably 30%, 40% aren't claimed. Mm-hmm. And then we really rely on these rescues because placement is so, you know, it's fair to the dogs. We want to get, they'd spend a lot of time rehabbing, getting the dog more acquainted to a family situation. So they play a big part in getting these dogs placed into a happy home.
Yeah. Now, we've been trying to spend a little time with Marvin and watching how he is with everybody. And he seems, and I'm an outsider. I don't know animals nearly as well as you do. You have a magnificent history with dogs. How is his temperament? He seems better with women.
He does, but and it's just like anything else. We don't know what the history is on him.
Right.
You know, he comes from a dicey situation, obviously, sit on the side of the road and emaciated. Yeah. So we don't know what happened. And it could have been related to a male, could have been, we don't know. But I think a lot of them just hanging out with him is trust. Yeah. When he gets to know you, he kind of said, all right, we can get to know each other, you can touch me and we can relax. Right. Because it's hard when you're out there in the elements that he was, basically living on his own.
Now, Cheryl, you said you thought you saw some indications that he may have been someone's dog.
Sure thing, yeah. So I had Marvin the first night, getting to know him and obviously taking it very slow because we're not quite sure, again, what's new to him and what he's getting used to for the first time. Upon feeding him, he showed me that he could sit. He showed me that he knew how to give a paw. And I don't know if it was luck, but he figured out what to do when I said stay. So those things obviously are indicators that someone taught him, and it was not me. My 7-year-old dog still can't do those things. So not by no means did I teach him that. And I doubt, I highly doubt that it was a natural instinct for him to know to do those things.
I think it should be noted, though, that Cheryl is a foster mom and has been to many, many dogs. Yes. You're up to like 42 now,
indeed,
so you know dogs.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, it's lovely to have them, and I love to see the progress. It warms my heart, and I truly believe that that's what I was meant to do. But it's also very nice when they find that forever family, and I can let them go and have a great life.
Okay, so this is a sad story, but it's going to have a happy ending.
Absolutely.
And you want to use Marvin's story as a way to make change.
Sure thing.
Tell me about that change you're looking for.
Sure thing. So, Marvin's circumstances, relatively unknown to us, but we can obviously tell that he was either kept outside, and it's my inclination that a dog in his shape was probably at some point tethered outside or kept outside. He acclimates really well to colder weather. And you know, I think his story and the untold stories of other Marvins that we don't know about have inspired groups of us to really take a look at some of our laws, specifically Senate Bill 211, which was the tethering law that was passed in 2012.
Right.
It was groundbreaking, and it was fantastic at the time. And I think, like everything, you know, we evolve and we look at certain deficiencies and we try to go back and make that a little more applicable to situations that we're seeing now. So we're using Marvin as our spokes dog.
Well, I think he's doing a very good job. Is there anything our
loving it.
viewers can do to help?
Absolutely. You know, I think one of the main focuses with our outreach group, we're Delaware Friends of Animals, we're Delaware Animal Response, we're the Brandywine Valley SPCA in partnership with Animal Services, is outreach, education. You know, a lot of folks aren't familiar with our laws. They may not understand that there are services available. If folks fall in hard times, it happens. There are services for food, hay, straw, houses, and officers that are, you know, really put the interest of the animal and the animal owner up front. So, you know, to help both folks.
And that's what the balance that we're trying to do. You know, when we do enforcement, there has to be a balance. There has to be a gray area. Do the people need help? Do they need education? Or do they need to be arrested because they're breaking the law? And I think balance is what society needs. And I think enforcement, to be productive, we have to make sure that we evaluate each situation individually. And see, most people love their animals. So realistically, if we can provide the assistance to make it healthy, if they need extra food, straw, or whatever, that's what our goal should be. Community policing it works. Right. And I think that's important, especially in the animal kingdom.
Absolutely, and the emphasis of the partnership, you know, the partnership with animal organizations, the partnership with our lawmakers. You know, by no means are we, you know, our focus is to work together and bring positive change, and we're well on our way.
Marvin, you're a good story.
You are a good story.
Cheryl Chief,
very good.
thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
you're very welcome. Thank you.
Thank you for what you
Absolutely.
do for our animals. Absolutely.